Wow, guys. Alright, so this is now, Rare VHS closing number 2 in a row for today / this weekend, depending on how you want to look at it. And let me tell you, at least to me anyway, this one right here, and maybe to some of you guys as well, will find this as amazing as I do, but at least to me, this one here is truly shocking. The last one with the black screen of death on the 500 home run club tape, which I currently have right there. That one I, again, kind of half expected because of the printings that were on the tape. So, yeah, that one I was kind of half expecting, like I said. But this here, I did not think that I would find a second one of these like this. Alright, I guess I'll tell the story a bit for those of you who may be new here. So about 8 years ago, yeah, just about 8 years ago, actually, back in 2017, and yes, 2017 was 8 years ago. So anyway, so back in 2017, I got very late 2017, I should say, I got a Feature Films for Families VHS called Santa and Pete, The Real Story of Santa Claus. And as it turned out, when I was, like, watching it, and I got to the end of the tape, it turns out that it was actually very cheaply transferred from a DVD onto a VHS. And they forgot, and they forgot to edit out the actual DVD player screen after the film ended. So after the movie was over, it had the like static roll thing that you see on like a lot of like newer tapes, newer cheaper budget tapes. And then after that, it showed a DVD player screen with like the stop symbol and everything. So yeah, so it turned out they just transferred it cheaply from a DVD onto a VHS and forgot to stop the recording before they stopped the DVD. So yeah, it was a pretty shocking and very rare and very unusual ending to a VHS tape, and I did a whole video on it all those years ago. And I'm sure most of you who are familiar with this channel have probably seen it by now, because I believe it is one of my most popular videos, and I still occasionally to this day get comments on that thing, which is just amazing. It's amazing that a lot of my older videos are still getting comments, more so than my newer stuff, which is just, yeah, it's mind-blowing. But anyway, all points aside, yeah, so I did that rare closing all those years ago, and so very recently I got a whole boatload of other Feature Films for Families tapes, and I've been slowly going through some of them. Here's some ones I've already fully tested, and the rest of them are all over there still. Yeah, how I kind of have this is, these ones right here that I have kind of stacked up here, these are ones I still have to go through and, like, test out. And then these right here are ones that I have already tested that I have to, eventually put away at some point. And there's a couple CDs there that I gotta put away eventually as well. So yeah, so this is like so that's all stuff I have to test still, and these are ones that I have to eventually put away at some point. Yeah, with the way I kind of do things now, I kind of just separate stuff into different piles. Anyway, that's besides the point. So anyway, so yeah, so I've been going through some of the Feature Films for Families tapes that I recently got, and I can't believe this actually happened, but I now have at least a second one with that exact same DVD player screen at the end. No joke, it's literally the exact same one. So yeah, which possibly means some of those other ones over there might have it as well. And so yeah, what I think I might do is I might go through some of the other ones and see if any of the other ones have it, and if I find any more that do, I'll just kind of put them aside, and then however many I end up finding, I'll save it for another video. That's if I find any other ones with the DVD player screen at the end. But still, the fact that I have at least 2 now with this, that is just, like, I don't even know what to say anymore. So anyway, so so the other one I found now with that exact same DVD player screen at the end, and this is one of the ones I got very recently, like I said, is Finding Buck McHenry. It's originally a Showtime / Hallmark film from 2000. But yet, here it is, and yep, of course, duplicated by Copyright Technologies, as pretty much every newer feature films for families tape is. And yeah, so yeah, this has that exact same DVD player screen at the end that's on the Santa and Pete one. No joke. Yeah, so it seems that a lot of these newer feature films for families tapes, like a lot of these later newer ones, they just transferred them from DVD to VHS, and they didn't even bother to crop out the DVD player stuff at the end of it. So it probably ended up on probably at least a few of these newer feature films for families tapes. Yeah, like I said, I got some more over there that I can check, and I have other ones as well that I got a while ago I should maybe check the ends of to see if they have that same ending. But for right now, I'm going to show you it on this tape. And yeah, again, if I find any more, if I find any more that have it on like any of these other ones, I'll put them aside and just like save them for like another video once I finish going through all the feature films for families tapes that I do have. So anyways, so yeah, so this is now my second feature films for families tape with that same DVD player screen at the end. No joke. And you guys are going to see that right now. So yeah, it's the exact same thing as Santa and Pete. It's got the static roll, and then it will actually, well, you'll see. Anyways, so here we go, and as per usual, no copyright infringement is intended with this. So, and yes, I'm gonna play it on this VCR so you can better see it, as opposed to this one where I would have to turn off the blue screen option. So it's easier to just use this one. So, and this is what I usually use to test a lot of tapes anyway. So, all right, put it in. And yes, I did have it muted because of the buzzing noise it usually makes on this TV. Presentation of Showtime Networks, Inc., a Viacom company. So, yep, hotline screen, of course. Alright, so watch what happens. See, look, right there. See that? And then, yeah, it's going to be just like, it's going to do the same thing that Santa and Pete does, where the static roll comes up, and then you'll see the thing. So just watch. It's going to come up in a couple seconds, actually. Yeah. Did y'all see that? And yeah, it's the exact same DVD player that they use. So see, it looks like they just kind of use probably the same DVD player for all of these tapes that they just transferred from the DVD. So all right, so we're gonna rewind that back and play it again. See, right as the hotline screen fades out, you see that right there, the pause. But then, yeah. Okay, let me just rewind back. Yeah, so see, it says, so yeah, so then you just stop it, and it says, disc will restart from current point. To start from beginning, press stop again. And then you see just the Sony DVD player screen come up with the DVD video CD thing. So, yeah. So there you go, guys. That exact same DVD player screen that was on my Santa and Pete VHS from 2017 also appears on my Finding Buck McHenry VHS. So, yeah. And there's one other thing I noticed as well. Let me just fast forward to... because it has the static roll again after the static. But there's one thing I noticed. I'm fast forwarding it here. Okay, so it has the static roll again that comes up. And then right here, if you look very closely... oh. See? Right there, you can briefly for a second there see the actual play symbol. Let's play that part back again quickly too. So yeah, static roll again after the static. And then again, right here, if you look very closely, let me move it further back a bit. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Yep, again, you can only see it for like a brief second, but yeah, it shows the play symbol. And then right there is when they obviously cut it to start the move over to the next reel. They stopped the recording right there and then moved to splice it and then continue on to the next reel. So yeah, so there you go, guys. I now have at least 2 feature films for families tapes with that DVD player screen at the end of it. Santa and Pete, and now this one. And again, I'll have to go through not only the rest of these ones. Well, some of these probably won't have them because there are some of the older ones, like Seasons of the Heart and The Story Lady and Just Like Dad and Friendship's Field. So those probably won't. But some of these like other newer ones, like A Little Inside, Miracle Dogs, Race to Space, Sandy Barnum Orchestra, and I think Brother Future as well. Some of these ones might also potentially have that DVD player screen. So I'll have to go through those as well and see if they have it. And if any of these other ones do, I'll just kind of put them aside to make like another video on eventually. And I also might go through some of these other ones these other Christmas ones that I've had. There's Santa P right there, actually. But some of these other ones that I've had before, like the Santa Trap and stuff, might check some of these ones as well to see if any of them have that screen as well. I do remember Christmas Shoes did not have that, just the static roll. I do remember that when I tested that tape last year when I got that one. But yeah, so I'll have to go through some of these other feature films for families tapes I have recently gotten, and who knows, maybe some of those will also have that same exact DVD player screen at the end. And again, if any of the other ones do, I will most certainly make a video on them. But yeah, so there you go. I now have at least 2 feature films for families tapes with that DVD player screen that was on the Santa and Pete tape. I have at least one other one now, and I might possibly have more as well once I go through the rest of them. but that'll happen in time. So yeah, I don't even really know what else to say anymore. That is just wow. Again, I was half expecting this tape to have the low-pitch black screen at the end because of the printings on it, but a second feature films for families tape with that DVD player screen, that's not what I was expecting at all. Especially not on one of the ones I literally just recently got, but I mean, what are the odds, right? So yeah. So anyways, and if you haven't seen that video I did on the Santa and Pete VHS all those years ago, definitely check it out. Like I said, it is like one of my most popular videos, and this basically is a part 2 of that, if you want to look at it that way. So yeah, definitely go check that video out if you haven't already. Otherwise, you won't know like the full context to the title of this video and whatnot. But yeah. But anyways, there you go, guys. Rare closing number 2 for today, and one that I was definitely not expecting. So yeah, I was gonna possibly test like another tape after that one, but then this came up and I had to immediately make this video. And there's a Syracuse football game coming on in about half an hour, so probably just gonna finish up this video and then wrap up testing tapes for today. But yeah, so anyways, so hope you guys enjoyed this, and stay tuned for my next video, whatever it happens to be, whether it be another rare clothing that I may happen to find, or maybe something else, but I guess we'll see. So, alright, so that is it, and as always, peace out, everybody.